Mukaweefube okutumbula ebyenjigiriza mu bitundu ebya Bugisu naddala mu balimi b'emmwanyi, ekibiina ekitaba abalimi b'emmwanyi mu bitundu ebya Bugisu ekimanyiddwa nga Bugisu Cooperative Union olunaku olwaleero kigabye bbasale eziri mu 2,200 eri abaana b'abalimi b'emmwanyi mu kibiina kino okuva mu bitundu ebyenjawulo mu zooni 9 ezikola ekibiina kino ekya BCU mu bitundu ebya Bugisu. Era ng'ekigendererwa ekikulu okusinza ku bakulembeze mu kibiina kino kwe kulaba nti abazadde bayambibwako okusasula ebisale by'abayizi mu budde n'okuba tebatataganyizibwa mu kaseera nga bali ku masomero. Era nga bagamba nti ekirala ekigendererwa ekikulu kwe kulaba nti abavubuka baagazisibwa ensonga y'okulima emmwanyi olw'ensonga nti bakitegeera nti ssente ezibaweerera ziva mu mmwanyi zisobola obbayambako okusobola okuzitwala mu maaso. Wabula era balaajanye nti ebimu ku basoomooza ddala ng'abalimi b'emmwanyi n'okufuna amakungula amatono kyekyokuba nti ebikozesebwa bitono ddala naddala n'obusobozi BCU bwesobola okubatuusaako okugeza ebikozesebwa mu kuzitereeza obulungi awamu n'ebigimusa eby'omulembe ebiyinza okuyambako emmwanyi zikwata obulungi. So okusoomoozebwa okulala ensonga y'aba middlemen nga bano boonoona akatale k'emmwanyi olw'ensonga nti emmwanyi ezimu bazigula ku balimi nga zikyali ku musiri ate ne bazigula okumala akaseera akawanvu ekibaviirako okuba nti zifa era ne ziba nga tezitundiddwa ku bbeeyi entuufu kwe zirina okuba nga zitundiddwa. Babaganyiddwa mu nteekateeka eno okuli abazadde n'abayizi basiimye ekibiina kino ki BCU olw'obuyambi bwe bawadde obw'ebisale bino eby'essomero ne bategeeza nti bugenda bayambako kukakalabya obulungi emisomo gyabwe awatali kutaataaganyizibwa. Omukolo gwonna nga gutambudde n'ogaba basale ogenda kubifuna ku Masani Media.
Sasaga Isaih, I am the director representing Sironko Valley Zone, one of the biggest zones in the Bugisu Cooperative Union. And the Bugisu Cooperative Union is structured into 9 zones, and that is the Sironko Valley, Busege Zone, we have Lambuli Zone, we have Lower Central, Upper Central, we have Uvulo Zone, Susu Zone, Rakaka Zone, and all these zones make up the 9 pillars of the Bugisu Cooperative Union. And the zones are clustered into primary societies where coffee farmers on the ground bring coffee to the primary societies, and primary societies carry that coffee and bring it to the Bugisu Cooperative Union. And the Bugisu Cooperative Union, under the leadership of Chairman Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi, is mandated and is in charge of marketing Farmers Union throughout the world. And today we are here with our parents and with the farmers, we are with the students who are pledging for the bursaries, because each year this cooperative union, out of the bonuses which I can call profits made on coffee, there's a percentage which goes back to support the children of our farmers. There's a percentage which goes into education, and these children are scattered throughout all universities in Uganda, taking different courses right from sciences up to arts courses. And we're not giving out these bursaries, don't segregate according to the course, but all the beneficiaries are coming from all the 9 zones. And today we are awarding checks to over 200 students for beneficiaries for this financial year, and these checks are being given to them today to take them to their universities, and that is the fees contribution and support this cooperative is extending to the farmers. And the process under which somebody qualifies, that at least your parent is a farmer or a guardian and who has patronized at least minimum of 300 kilograms to the primary society, and the primary society as well has delivered that coffee from the primary society to the Bugisu Cooperative Union. And the Bugisu Cooperative Union has received the coffee and given receipts to that effect to confirm the coffee has been supplied and given by the parent. And this is not only this year, time and again all the years. Last year we gave also still over 200 bursaries, and this year we are giving over 200 bursaries. And next year we believe as the coffee supply increases and the patronage increases, we shall be able to. We are very grateful for Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi, farmers of this cooperative union, because you are much aware this cooperative union was collapsing, was in the stage of recess, and the coffee deliveries were too low. The coffee price was as low as 2,000 and below. But when Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi came up with chairman, took up a very good working team, and they got a very good board and management, he has been able to mobilize farmers in Bugisu together with all the religious leaders and opinion leaders to ensure that coffee supply and the volumes of coffee being grown and supplied to the factory, to the union, are increasing. And today speaking, we are exporting a lot of coffee to Europe, a lot of coffee to Japan, a lot of coffee to China and many other countries in this world and continents. And this has been through the efforts of Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi. And this has motivated farmers to grow and supply more coffee. So using the cooperative model approach, which he has embarked on in Bugisu, by increasing the coffee supply and the coffee price and the international demand, that's why I do believe that if Nandala Mafabi is supported beyond the level of this cooperative union and is supported to the national level to plan for this country, manage the resources of this country, and make the Uganda to be a cooperative model country, the likes of Bangladesh and Malaysia and China. We foresee a lot of developments in Uganda. We foresee a lot of job creation in Uganda. We foresee a lot of education and the reduction of illiteracy in Uganda, because through cooperatives, nobody is left behind. Through cooperatives, people move together as a team. Through cooperatives, jobs can be created. Through cooperatives, education can be promoted. Yeah, when you go to the coffee sector, of course, one, there's been a lot of pests and diseases, and pests and diseases are largely affecting the coffee industry, and especially in Bugisu. That's why we could appeal to government that through its planning and terms of education, we need to do more of the extension officers. We need to do more of the disease control and pest control of the coffee that can grow and expand in Uganda. But also the farmers still lack some knowledge to do is the quality. They don't know how to ensure this coffee is produced very well and supplied to the international demands. Because coffee growing, coffee process, the chain of coffee starts from the nursery bed. So farmers need to be supported right from the nursery bed level with the nursery bed materials, how to make the nursery bed with quality seeds and polythene bags for potting the coffee. They need to be supported by government about the knowledge of how coffee itself is looked after. They need to be supported with good infrastructure, because most of this coffee is grown in mountainous areas. So once there is bad infrastructure, the coffee supply and the coffee quality gets affected along the way. But also, there is need for more of the pruning materials. They need pruning material, they need the pumps, spray pumps and all that. They need modes of transport. For example, some time back, we had the means of transport which could transport the coffee, the trucks from rural areas to the factory. But with the poor roads and the expensive transport network, you really see that the chain itself is affected, and there will be proceeds out of the coffee sector producers. But Uganda as a country as well needs to champion the marketing of coffee, because internationally coffee has very high demand. It is in elastic demand, and areas where coffee is grown in the whole world is limited, apart from the fertile areas of Mount Elgon area where you can get Arabic coffee, and some parts of Uganda where you can grow the Robusta coffee. In the whole of Africa, you get coffee grown in the Mount Elgon slopes of Uganda and Kenya, and parts of Ethiopia where you get coffee. When you go to the international world, you get coffee in Brazil, scattered all over there. But of course, there is very high growing demand of coffee in the whole world. And once that now coffee has been used and diversified into different products, coffee's demand has increased day and night. But the only challenge we have as Uganda is the marketability. Government has not taken up a lead of championing the market, opening up market for coffee. We see other countries have done so. Internationally, when you go to the international market and world market, countries have taken a lead. And this could be very good for our coffee chain, that the demand for coffee could increase to that level. So once farmers have been supported right from national, from the nursery bed, farmers are supported with the knowledge of how to look after the coffee. The transport network improves in the coffee growing zone. The transportation means also improve the coffee growing zone. Then also coffee players in the market like this cooperative union, if they can be supported by government, by some grants, if they can be supported with modern machinery, if they can be supported with market expansion, then you will see Uganda as one of the countries which will flourish and do very well in the coffee export in the world. Even if Uganda took up a position as #1 coffee export in the whole of Africa, that's not enough. We still have a lot of coffee which is being taken through backdoors, through the black economy, which has been not documented. But we want government to take a lead in supporting the existing cooperatives, in supporting this cooperative union and primary societies to ensure that the delivery of coffee to the international market really skyrockets. Even if of recent, government of Uganda gave the compensation money grant to the cooperatives, that was a mere drop, because during the war, many cooperatives lost a lot of assets. Many of them lost coffee, which was in stock. Others are diversified into cattle keeping, and they also lost cattle. So that was a mere compensation, and that compensation was computed to the level by then of how much they could have lost. It was aimed at bringing the cooperatives back to the state to which they were. But that was not enough, because since 1986 up to now, most cooperatives collapsed. The loss could have computed more than that. That's why we need serious government intervention and grants into that sector, because most of them closed and others have collapsed. Much as that man has been given, I can call it a drop in the sea. There is no much, the multiplier effect, the magnitude of making cooperatives resurrect and come back will not be felt. That's why I'm calling on government to strategize as one of the most strategic direct investment. They put more money into the cooperatives, and that could see the life of cooperatives coming back. Director Uchikula Sironkubale Zone, as well as Member of Parliament Uchikula of the East Constituency, Chokuliano, this cooperative union, who are one digger who have as bursaries, production of my university and Gomani. The Rachel BCU was bursaries, Zola, Tano, Unina hangers, Bangama, Kabanga, Zima, and Campos in the United States, Wereko, the Quadra Giroko, the Roximana, the chairman of this cooperative union of Nathan Nandala Mafabi, Obonati, Capital Kezimwani, Akayenza. Ukajya kutondeze mwanyi atana chindi kubanga ate mu bigere kubiza na valimi kubona ati valimi kwambira adwe na religious leaders no opinion leaders ni elders kwana ga mobilizing valimi bigisu kweta ni mwanyi cooperative union era kusimana chairman BCU Honorable Nandala kubonanga aira lisomanga chichira yi era cyo mwendo hangazi era kisavo nati yali kesu kufunye kukadamu mu BCU ngabo lo muri mwenyi ma promoting education era cyo kinoba kwa bana bursaries bana bano kawo kubira mwana ono kero mu university China university zose zo mu Uganda kwa mwana mu register kwa government ero mwana kosi yabo kusoma aba arts aba sciences zose kwa kubambira kubana amakuga kusoma ere senga Sironkubale Zone na one of the big beneficiaries kubanga it's one of the biggest zones ate never kusaplenga zimwanyi singira nabi this cooperative union kale kula kusima valimi kubanga mwa saplenga zimwanyi BCU mwaletire atandi bakubiriza kubanga bandi boje France basala dawe kino mukifuna zibasala umwana abo mulimi akubanga leta zimwanyi kiro bisatu kunina era nkakweta zimwanyi zola kiro bisatu kunina umwana kakofa ikofune basala da kalo umuzalo umwana abo mukuza wakubanga leta zimwanyi mu store ikulukubye BCU store ayo leta zimwanyi BCU ya leta at least kiro bisatu kuli muzali atena ye store yenene ya leta kirozo le 25 ya patronizing eranga dosa kile 25 ne mwana aleta abo muzade 13 imini uqualifying kufune basari mu BCU kale process always mwana ngaze ku university wabera admitted ufuna admission letter immediately apply BCU wata kinga documents zozosi kesi bakwele ku university warumbe basari wata kone receipt yesu muzade wowo apimira kozi mwanya abo mwene ku BCU kachiko kikala ka BCU kakulira ni chairman Nathan Nandala Mafabi ni general manager mai wasagali babura babona wati kachiko kikala kabitamo mwana qualifying kale sima obosi ba qualifying basa licherero ni chikuru na bisima baba were kubona ngabitira muone Nathan Nandala Mafabi amwa gamagesi ga kusakso na BCU ga kusakso sana bugisu era ni kugana kubonati bugisu eveni bana kusoma kufuna degrees diploma nga BCU bambirako ne bana omugamba nga bagobole mu economy bagobole bugisiro muzunga ati multiplier effect uli abali milezi mwanyi zingali batero jimi mu migali ne balire batu benyuma kali basima na abi kubanga batu zimwanyi mu BCU ate muyongere inyange no kwigula wo ku mazimwanyi inyange no zimwanyi bitwagonga ne mukasanvu era kusubira zanga kimina wa polango yimwanyi imisamangu mangu ulete limwanyi yo funa muri pesa wire yo uzobuse mwanyi ulete BCU funa mwanyi yo ndi mukataleke yanzi.
Today we are giving out 234 bursaries to all different universities in Uganda. Secondly, the money that we are giving out is 150 million. We always give out a lot of money, but this time it's little because we got very few deliveries of coffee. Last year the coffee was few because of the weather. So we didn't have a lot of coffee last year. Most of the farms died off. But this year we are expecting a lot of coffee. That's why we are giving out not so much.
How much? I mean, buy?
Last year we bought around 167, 280 kgs. It was not much. Most of the deliveries were brought the other year, starting from 2022 up to last year. So that's why you see the students are not many, but we always give very many students when the parents deliver their coffee. We are going to give them their incentives that we always give, like we have fertilizer to boost the growth of the coffee, and then we want to mobilize and sensitize them on how to take care of the coffee gardens. Yeah. I think this year we are going to make a million kgs because it is a lot of coffee outside there. The issues we get, most of them are middlemen. Middlemen disturb us a lot. They sometimes go and buy off shambas, and I don't know where they come from, but most of them are from Kampala. They are big people from government that come and settle the other side. They buy off the shambas. You find most of our farmers in primary societies, they bought them off. So you call them, they tell you, Mama, this time we are not. And what hurts us most is when they buy them off, they give them little money. You know, they are desperate outside there. They give them little money, and yet here in the union, we always favor them. And you must know that the union is the price setter. But when they find them, when they are vulnerable outside there, they take anything they want, and they take it for years, like for 5 years. You can find a middleman coming in and buying off a shamba, and the farmer does not have any say until those 5 years are off. So to me, I think this is unfair. I think this time, let the government help us and put what we need, trading centers where farmers deliver coffee. For what? For buying.
Is it on an increase? The price?
Yes, it is increasing so much. It is increasing.
Manager, what's the current price of coffee?
The current price is 17,000, and the coffee is still going up. Right now, green beans, we are buying a kilo at 31,000. So it means if we are 17, we are going to, I think, look at it and again increase.
I'm called Mosila Johanna, and I stand here as a board member and the vice chairperson of this cooperative union. But for today, standing in for the chairman, as chairman of this cooperative union, my beloved brother, Honorable Nandala Mafabi, who is away on the campaigns, especially at the presidential level. You say, why do we give bursaries? Unions are for that. They are member owned. And so whatever we do, we don't get profits here, we get surplus. We bought coffee, for example, now we are buying at the parchment. Farmers are delivering at the price of 17,000. But suppose we sold, and after calculation and removing the taxes and whatever, you get 5,000 more on top. It goes back to the farmers themselves. And the best way is to give the children. But this is very historical. From the 1950s up to now, Bugis Cooperative Union has been sponsoring, giving bursaries to so many children, so many. Some of them are already long gone. The former Umukuka wa Mimbi Weasa Wilson started using bursaries from here, and they came back to work with the union here as a legal, one of the chief, and then went to Germany, Mombasa, and the other places. Those are a few to quote. So it has been very historical. But secondly, within our bylaws, we are supposed to educate the children. Those times, before we got independence, remember that Bugis Cooperative Union had to stake 300,000 pounds with the treasury to show that we were ready for independence. You see, 300,000 of 1961 was quite great money. It would be like maybe 3 billion today of the pound, the same pound sterling. We built Teso College Aloit, Kachonga, and many other services in this country. So especially Eastern here. Now this is something which is on the trail of our tradition, of our culture, and what we have done in history for a very long time, having gone beyond now 60 years. Actually, we are about over 70 years ever since this cooperative union started in 1954. So it is not that it is a one-off today. No, we have been doing this. I think last year or last season, we should have given 101 children like that. Every year, we give every year. Only that today, we made it ceremonial. Let the public know. Let the parents and the children here know that coffee, when you deliver coffee to Bugisu, it is for yourself and good to the community, especially of the Bugisu Cooperative Union.
Chairman.
Very few of us who are older are now in farming. Today, the ticketeer world, the digital world has taken over the young people like you. The ticketeer world, of course, he has now created his own jobs, but of course with its own other satanic issues. Yes, but farming has never gone away. We can reduce by percentage of population in farming, but increase on the yield. The US, farming, only 10% are in productive farming, but they feed over 300 million and even excess to donate elsewhere. So in Uganda, we could be having about maybe 70% in farming. We could reduce to 50, but as long as it is quality, very good. We encourage for now, this generation, younger people, the question you have just asked, to go back to farming. I have seen President Museveni has been moving around, showing you there is this young man in Nisoroti who was a tax tout, Manamba, went back and started a poultry farm. Wonders. Today he counts billions.
Chairman,
yes, well. And I've been able to acquire land. We lived on less than a quarter an acre. Today I have over 300 acres of land. How did I manage that? No parent will leave a child. No parent will refuse a child to farm. No. Plant only 100 plants, like I was talking in my speech to the children here. Only 100 in 2 years, and feed them well with the compost manure. The coffee plant will yield least 1 kilogram, and those are 100 kilograms if you go to the least, and that would be 1.7 per year. If you spread it out, it is like you are earning 100,000 or 100 something thousand per month. You see that? So it is possible that the younger people can get out of poverty, especially with the government intervention. You have seen so many interventions to the youth, YLP, then many other things. To me, they can come out of poverty. Yeah.
For more than 20 years in Uganda. Now, this chairman Honorable Nathan Nandala chairman BCU case Masakabana, Talanga that this in the English as a basel, and a cook or basel Bafunam, Renan, and Soma, BCU basel.
Giumu sari ulile ukia na temu.
Sengu msali pila kuna kubanga bainje da kuchiga. Kubango nyakuta ni kwa wako tuwale mere. Kutana kwa kaifu la kule moroda. Wanga kundi basa bisi.
Ufu na kwa shilingi zo.
Ufu na kwa media. Buli semester. So that na msali wongela ko wamala kesho. Ni kulima so that ngabele nyanga yo na bafunemo. We have a film by Iglesia for cost. We have a colony, woman, Nazi, Nako, Bitunga, be a creator, be a Pulimanga, Patronage, the Kumbi, this name, Pagama, General Pulininga, you might go to a Pulining every year. I have good yield. cooperating buli mwaka kufuna nekusasula bulayi. So we need your assistance again. BCU.
I'm from Makerere University Business School, studying international business affairs. And before BCU came into the picture, tuition issue was very challenging for my parents. We could not raise the tuition on time. And then after BCU came into the picture, everything was sorted. We were given some money for tuition, and we are very grateful for the opportunity.
How much do you pay per?
A semester I pay 1.4. So with the tuition, with the bursary they give us, my parent is able to raise only 400,000 per semester.
I'm a parent to Amati, a student of Jambo University, main campus. I'm very happy, really very happy with BCU, this cooperative union, which has assisted me in paying part payment of tuition, because I'm paying 1.6 and BCU is paying for me 1 million, sometimes 800,000. So I'm the happiest parent. I'm from Madua Society in Central Upper.
How has this
has been hard? Paying tuition has been very hard. You get just loans and you pay slowly by slowly. But now BCU can pay for you somehow and you struggle with the half which is little. I think we see that the situation is very interesting.
How is the price of coffee now?
The price of coffee, it depends on the quality. If you have a good quality, it is 17,000.
17?
Yes, please. If the quality is the best.